points. And for Oklahoma City, Hill is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's George in at the small forward position. And for the Thunder, one of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking.
Here's Rope. It's hauled in by Zubac. Leonard on the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. The 10-footer. And it's Leonard missing.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. Pass to Leonard. From past the arc. And Patrick Beverly good for 3.
Well, we know Kawhi will always attract lots of defensive attention, which puts him in a position to find his teammates. Pretty pass.
Here's Rope. He kicks it to Hill. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Now here's Leonard. Defense right on him. Outside, George. Just 5 on the clock. And there's the pass to Batum. Trying his luck from deep. Kobe with the rebound. That one drops for him.
You simply must put a body on this guy. You know he's going to try to get to that glass.
Pass to George. Hill looking it over. From deep. He can't get that one. Excellent D there from George.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first win.
Batum, good.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. Doris, there is nothing like opening night in the NBA. Every fan base just teeming with optimism for the upcoming season.
I think all of us are just so thrilled to have NBA basketball back. There's no losses in the losing column. Everybody's happy. Let's tip it off and go.
And guys have that little step, and these first weeks of the season are always exciting.
Oh, no doubt. Everybody's bursting with enthusiasm. Players are fresh.
Here's Hill. Following the basket by Nicholas Batum. Hill passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Count it.
And there it is. After 4 straight misses, finally nail one.
Los Angeles leading by 5. George with the ball. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Warriors in San Francisco. The Thunder pull it in.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
They get a hand on it. Now Hill. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 6. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got his 5th rebound in this one. And it's Beasley with the rebound. Thunder trailing by 5. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Oklahoma City shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Yeah, last season, around 71% of the free throws made. And you know what? That has to be a point of emphasis this year.
And he makes the first. That one is no good. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Here's Leonard. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
You can see the handle of Kawhi Leonard so much tighter than it used to be. How confident is he off the dribble?
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Roby. Passes it to Dort. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes. What a big-time asset defensively.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Here's Dort. He points his last outing. Hill passes to Dort. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander, defended by Beverly.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
Batum dishes to Beverly. Back to Batum. Leonard attacking, and good that time. Leonard's got 6 points.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And the versatile wing, Nick Batum, wants a do-it-all scorer, but Greg, he's started to take less of an active role in offensively.
And Batum has been asked to do less volume scoring, but it's helped his efficiency as a player. Now past 30 years of age, you can see his role on teams being similar to that of Andre Iguodala as he ages in the league.
And here's Beverly. George Hill getting it to go from deep. And here's Beverly. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Golden State. Down low. The pass to Bazley. Stolen by Beverly. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And it's Leonard missing. Thunder trailing by 5. Oklahoma City moving it around.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Doris, who are some of your favorite players to interact with, interview, and question as you go through the season?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many guys. I think, you know, certain people really give a lot of thought to their answers. So Kyrie Irving, he wants to explain what he's thinking. He's willing to share and take a moment to consider the question. Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, all of these guys, when I ask a question, Kev, they'll pause for a moment, consider the question, and then respond. And for somebody who's got to interview, there's nothing greater than having those guys willing to take some time with me.
Of course, you always get great answers from them, too. So there's a great rapport there, I can see. And it's sent back by George.
Paul George, tremendous vertical. Kevin, how fast does he get off his feet?
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Muscala. There's the triple, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Here's Williams, and again, the Clippers good for 2.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He's against Williams. Great D that time from Leonard.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
And the basket is good.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
It's George on the wing. Ariza covering, trying to get open as Ibaka. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one is on Ariza.
To think that at one point, after that horrific leg injury, Paul George, there was some doubt whether he could regain the level of play we're accustomed to. But this guy gets better and better.
Throw good, Paul George. And hard to believe that gruesome injury Paul George suffered, what was it now, 5 years ago. Wow.
It's incredible, Kevin, to think for a player to come back from what we expected to be a devastating injury. This is an incredible story for Paul George. He took the time he needed, and consider last year, for much of the season, he was very much involved in that MVP conversation.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Just feels like the basket is looking awfully small to them right now. They're having a hard time getting anything to fall.
Now a chance to see the numbers for George. Coming off a terrific season. Last year checking in at 28 points per game, 8 rebounds, and just over 2 steals. And he paced the whole team in points per game last season.
Well, his teammates understood that he was their best option. And understandably, Greg, they got him the rock.
1:58 left in the first quarter of the game. Kennard, the pass to Ibaka. To the inside, Williams. And that one is off. And the Thunder going the other way now.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
From the arc, the Thunder pull it in. Jackson finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Ariza outside. Just 4 to shoot. No good again that time.
Superb defense, guys. No way he's going to let him get off a clean look at the basket.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Incredible wingspan, unbelievable hands. The alley-oop is easy.
Thunder trailing by 15. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the first. Sweet little floater.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
Now here's Williams. Pass to George. Leonard with the ball. Here's Ibaka. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
One of the key aspects for Kawhi Leonard's scoring per game is his ability to get to the free throw line. This guy lives there.
The Clippers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Shooting 2. No good on the free throw.
Well, you think back to draft day in 2011. It was quiet then. It became loud as his career went on. But the Spurs get the draft rights to Kawhi Leonard on that day for George Hill. Incredible.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. And the second free throw, good. 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Jerome. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's his first foul. For Oklahoma City, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. That's good from Muscala. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Clippers ahead. They lead by 13. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. To have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a comfortable margin here for the Clippers, guys.
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Well, as a shooter, when the ball is sent back in your direction enough times, it can certainly have an impact on your mind.
Clippers leading by 13. We've got Mike Muscala. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Jackson. And it's Bazley in at the 4. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. Passes it to Kennard. Pocket 6. The shot's good on the assist by George. Kennard's got 6 points.
This is one of the many things Paul George has done to help their offense. Effective ball movement.
And it's blocked by Ibaka. And he gets it back. Moves back up. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Well, just it's easy to say this guy wanted it more. Creating the second chance opportunity and cashing in.
Jackson kicks to Leonard. Over to the left wing. Here's Ibaka. That one goes. Count it. Ibaka's got his first basket of the night.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
That's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Jackson passes to Muscala. Looking to get it going. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Los Angeles leading by 15. Here's Jackson. And it's Bazley with the rebound. The Thunder have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Teardrop shot. Another shot. And it's good on the way in. He's got 5.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Now here's Jackson. He's tightly guarded. And George kicks to Jackson. Back to Kennard. 6 on the shot clock. It's George on the wing. Over Jackson. Will not go. This is off the front eye. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's foul number 2 for him. And Los Angeles with some changes. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Leonard. And it's Batum in for Paul George. Thunder trailing by 13. Outside Hill. And the pass to Bazley. Rejection by Ibaka.
Boy, great extension from Ibaka. His length always a factor.
Jackson passes to Kennard. No good. His first miss after 3 makes.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Now Jackson. He had 16 points in the win against the Warriors in San Francisco. Over Roby. Shot's good by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, how pretty is the release from Serge Ibaka. He put in the time, and he's become a consistent perimeter threat.
Here's Jerome. And foul on the the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Of course, you graduated as your college's all-time assist leader. Talk about some of the key traits of a great playmaker.
I think historically speaking, when we think about great lead guards, Kevin, we talk about unselfishness, vision, patience. Who are the players that make their teammates better? Though probably the one underrated aspect of a point guard to me, Kevin, is communication. Are you constantly looking for opportunities to communicate to your teammates, make them feel good about themselves, give them confidence? That, to me, is probably the most underrated aspect of it.
And Doris, when you played, you took such great pride in each and every one of those things.
I did. I love trying to make my teammates better. It feels great to make somebody feel good.
Patrick Beverley, he's checked in for Reggie Jackson. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Beverley, the pass to Zubac. Back to Beverley. Here's Kennard. He's got 6.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Thunder have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them. The first one falls. He hits both from the stripe.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
And here's Batum. Pass to Zubac. Pass to Kennard. From deep three-point range. No good on the shot. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if he can get an easy opportunity.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Now, here's Beverley. And the layup's good off the glass. Beverley's got 5 now.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently, neither did the defenders.
Here's Dort, defended by Batum. Outside Hill. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Outside Batum. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And here is Los Angeles now. Beverley against Hill. Passes to Kennard. 6 to shoot. Kicks it to Ibaka. Clippers moving the ball around. Zubac. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim. And now it's an 11-point Clipper lead.
Boy, Ibaka is such a great teammate. This guy is always willing to find the open man.
Here's Dort. Off target from three-point range. And here's Beverley. He brings it up for the Clippers. Their next game playing at home is the Nets coming to town. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws.
Shooting 2. The free throw drops for Zubac. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the basement.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
And that one's good by Roby.
Well, quality floor recognition from Trevor Ariza. If a teammate is open, I promise you he will deliver.
Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Hill. And he banks in the layup. Hill's got 5 now.
And boy, he gets a great jump on the rest of the field there. Just leaves them behind.
You love the awareness, the decisiveness. Great job there.
Now here's Beverly. He has 7. He kicks to Batum. Ibaka in the post. Roby with the rebound. Roby's got his 4th rebound in this one. Ibaka against Ariza. Here's Roby. He has 6. Hill has the open look. Sinks the triple. 8 points for him.
Now George Hill continues to light it up from distance. This guy is a dependable 3-point shooter.
Now here's Beverly. The pass to Zubac. It's tipped. Dishes it to Williams. From deep. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And now, let's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best fast break teams from a season ago. 5th on the list, the Thunder.
I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
Outside Hill. Here's Baisley. Here's Roby. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
To a certain extent, you like the aggressiveness, but that's 2 fouls already. Take a step back.
Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Nicholas Batum. On defense, Oklahoma City. Trailing here by 8. Beverly with the ball. He's got 7. 6 on the shot clock. Zubac, no good.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Jackson misses.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Pass to Beverly. On the wing, Jordan. Gilgeous Alexander covering. To end the cold streak. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Leonard. Last season, he played outstanding. 6th in scoring, and of course, he's got a nose for the ball. He ranked in the top 10 in steals last season.
And back to his points per game average last year, he literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it. The first free throw is good.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Jackson, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. And George drops them both.
And they've done a better job at the line this quarter. They've got that free throw percentage up to almost 90%.
Here's Gilgeous Alexander. Rebound by the Clippers. Leonard's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And he's known as the Claw. Kawhi Leonard doors with some of the biggest hands in the NBA.
Well, consider, Kevin, that hand is over 11 inches from thumb to pinky. That's 52% wider than the normal hand. Basically, his hands correspond to a person who would be almost 9 feet tall. Incredible.
One shot.
Free throw good from George.
And it took them a while to find their touch at the line, but they have been red hot here in the second quarter.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Jackson. There's the lob to Jackson. That shot no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
On the wing, Williams. Now Zubac, 6 points for him. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly and capitalizing.
Now here is Hill. He's got 8. Muscala dishes to Hill. Shot to stop the run. Fires for 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. George against Ariza. Leonard the pass to Williams. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 5th assist in this one.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. The Clippers on top, ending the second quarter with a tremendous 17-7 run. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. We've reached halftime of our first regular season game.
I'm swimming.
I thought you thought maybe the first half was going swimmingly. Ernie Johnson, get in the jet. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had 11 points, 5 assists, and 1 block. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, they were dishing out dimes left and right, and the guys were finishing strong. As a team, they seem to be always thinking, always looking for the best shot. If they keep sharing the ball this way, the second half could be more lopsided than the first.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Oklahoma City.
Well, they struggled in a number of areas. Protecting the rim is really at the top of the list. They haven't made that a priority. They haven't put forth a whole lot of effort. You got to protect the rim.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back. Kevin Harlan. Go. Go over there.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
I don't know that you necessarily think of him as someone who's going to create for others, but boy, all night he's been willing to make the extra pass.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Batuma's out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2 spot. And it's Leonard missing. Thunder trailing by 17. Here's Dort. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Leonard attacking. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Oh, good luck stopping that. Kawhi Leonard, huge, strong hands, in total command of the basketball. Go ahead.
Now, here is Hill. Out to the right wing. Looking to get back on track here, and it's good for two.
This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive, scoring the ball.
Leonard, the pass to Beverly. Outside Leonard, pass to Zubac. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Clippers have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
The free throw drops for Zubac. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Thunder trailing by 18. Goes up on the wing, and the shot is good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Guys, some great passing from him.
Everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Now, here's George. He has 7. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. 5 to shoot. On the wing, George. And it's off from three-point range. Oklahoma City shooting about 33%. Not happy with the play on that end. Hill left side. Passes it to Gilgeous-Alexander. No good. Shot missing. Great tee that time from Batum. Inside, here's Beverly. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Beverly's got 9.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Hill kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Hits the three-point bomb. He's got 9.
You love that this guy doesn't get down on himself after a rough first half. Keep your composure and keep grinding.
Now here's Beverly. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Floats one, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly.
And here we can check out the story on Nicholas Batum. How he did last season. Averaged about 9 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
For 3, Hill. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Now, here's Batum. He's covered closely. Zubac, that's good.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Now the pass to Roby. No good on the 3.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And George gets it to go.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Paul George making his last shot. Over Beverly. Gilgeous-Alexander, good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9 points in the quarter. Los Angeles calls timeout. out for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubats, and it's Luke Kennard in for George. Clippers leading by 17. Beverly the pass to Batum. He dishes it to Leonard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. This break in the game gives us a chance to look at the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. Second, the Thunder.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Thunder making a switch here. Ariza's checked in. Leonard hits them both. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 11. Pass to Roby. Here's Jerome. That one, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
When Kawhi Leonard is healthy, he can dominate both ends of the floor. Nice job to finish it there.
Jerome passes to Dort. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 6. Ariza kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City gets it back, and that one's good by Roby.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
And to me, Greg, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Now, here's Beverly. He's got 9. Here's Leonard. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Defended by Beverly. He can't get it to go. Great D that time from Leonard.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
Ibaka right side. Lets it go with a 3. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Now, here's Batum. Not a lot of room. Passes to Beverly. Ariza against Leonard. Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
And how about Ibaka getting off the floor for that dunk? What a great finish.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
And the move back to his more natural 5 position has rejuvenated Serge Ibaka. More room to operate offensively, and defensively he can stay in the paint where he's effective.
And the Clippers making a change here. Williams is checked in. Now, here is Muscala. Takes a 3. Doesn't go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And Ibaka's shooting ability, Doris, had enabled him to play some power forward, but his mobility was being tested.
Correct, because at Ibaka's size, it's tough to ask him to chase smaller guys around the perimeter. He is much better suited playing inside and protecting the rim. I think you saw that last season.
And he knocks down the first one. Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Oklahoma City's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. There's the pass to Jackson. Muscala with the ball, working on Ibaka. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Ariza. The Thunder with another miss.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Now here's Jackson. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Pass to Kennard. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Ariza has the open look. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his third assist on the night. Now here's Williams. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Williams with the ball. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Williams with the ball. Rebound by Muscala. Muscala's got 4 rebounds in this game. A shot by Ariza. That one a little long.
Boy, defense nowhere to be found, and neither was his shot at that time.
Here's Jackson. The shot missing. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Ariza outside. 1:12 left here in the third quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Nailed from three-point land. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 12 points in just the second half. And the Clippers call time here. The 15th pick back in 2017, Justin Jackson, Doris, won a championship, as you know, at North Carolina.
Yeah, Kevin, he spent his first season and a half in Sacramento. Now he gets a new opportunity. Sometimes it's that next stop where young players really find success.
Hill, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. 51 seconds left to play in the third. It's George on the wing. Ariza covering. 5 on the clock. Lets it fly. Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Pass to Muscala. Hill against Williams. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 14. Ariza no luck. Here's Jackson. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
The three misses the shot. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. It's been an excellent game for him offensively. He's got 21 points and counting. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
You should never get beat like that in transition when they throw the ball. Those points add up right now. Let's be locked in and focused right now.
Billy Donovan, as you can tell, not too happy, failing to get back on defense. A major sin in the game of basketball, especially from his standpoint.
Yeah, and anytime you get severely out-hustled, you're going to hear about it from your coach. And you should if he's worth anything.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Gilgeous-Alexander, Mike Muscala out there with Jackson. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Hill in at the 2 guard. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Chalk up 2 there. Zubac has got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Clippers. Kicks it out to Ariza, and it's a defensive 3-second violation.
One shot.
And no good on the technical, so unable to pick that one up. And the Thunder making a change here. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, guarded by Jackson. Lock at 6. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
You know, put a rough first half behind him. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second.
Clippers leading by 22. On the wing, Jackson. Ariza covering. Good D by Ariza.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. So both teams changing it up here. That one misses. Clippers leading by 21. Here's Beverly. Passes it to Zubac. Kicks to Williams. To the left wing. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 rebounds in the game.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Knocks it loose. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Lou Williams. Zubac, the pass to Batum. Shot clock at 6. The Clippers need to get off a shot. George, way outside. And again, no good by the Clippers. And it's Ariza in the corner. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got his 4th assist in this one.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Now, here's Beverly. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. George, that's a 2-pointer. And no good. The try spell continuing for him. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hill. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. They double him with George. It's Ariza on the wing. Latray. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got 15 rebounds here tonight. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Oh, my goodness. Paul George under duress of exceptional defense. No problem.
Hill against George. Hill inside. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers leading by 18. To the middle. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Well, an aggressive player at the rim. Paul George has the kind of athleticism to make a defense look silly.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Guarded closely. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Bazley passes to Hill. Hits it from three-point range.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Now here's Beverly. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Outside Batum, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. Now here's Leonard. Clock at 4. Beverly for 3. Poke loose, and that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. Thunder trailing by 17. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Hill, and the rejection by Zubac.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And he recovers it. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Hill up top. The pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. 11 feet away. Yep, it counts. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 21 in the game.
Kevin, I've always appreciated the unselfish nature of George Hill. He always has his eyes surveying the floor.
Leonard draws the double. Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
You can see why they go to this guy so often. More often than not, he's going to be very efficient like he is right here.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, defended by Batum. Clippers leading by 17. Nobody near Leonard. His 3-pointers off the mark. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Bazley. Here's Dort. 6 on the shot clock. It's back to Hill. And a miss there on the triple.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Batum, the shot's good on the assist by George. And the Clippers lead by 19.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Ivica Zubac.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
I don't think anyone in this building saw this coming. I'm sure that of the players who these fans thought would beat them, his name was not at the top of the list. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. And a look now at the Thunder's upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then on Sunday, they'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Washington Wizards.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team's going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Poked away. In the corner, George with it. No good with the triple. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. Trailing by 17. Dort misses. The Clippers shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Pass to Beverly. Back to Leonard. He kicks to Beverly. From deep. The shot comes out. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Beasley passes to Hill. Passes it to Zubac. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. 4 on the clock. There's the feed to Leonard. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Leonard's got 23 points.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Here's Rowe. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on George.
I think this is one thing George Hill is exceptional at, drawing the defense into fouling him. Terrific getting to the foul line.
Well, George Hill, the veteran guard, doesn't produce at the volume he once did. Still, he brings a lot of value to a team.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And for Hill, Greg, he's a great veteran leader who brings value to a playoff-bound team.
You know, Hill has a game that is effective even when he's not scoring. His leadership and defense will make him a welcome addition to any roster, even as his numbers fade.
And he makes both free throws. Teams, if they can keep the rights to their best player, we see it in other leagues. Could the franchise tag ever make its way, do you think, to the NBA?
Well, this is going to be a negotiation point between the Players Association and the league itself. And the reality is it's going to have to be negotiated. What we know unequivocally, Kevin, is that these players now in the player empowerment era have more control about what franchise they play for and how long the duration of their contract is. How this all shakes out remains to be seen, but it is a point of conversation amongst the 30 NBA teams and the league leadership. There's no question about it.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Los Angeles.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Leonard.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question, GA. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Horford's shot is good.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Leonard with the ball. So the Clippers winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where is your team's attitude right now?
We'll continue to play together, and we can just stick to that, keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in.